we got to talk about what Kurt Warner had to say about Aaron Rodgers. Very interesting to say about Aaron Rodgers. It was in a quote that he did, and he explained why Aaron Rodgers isn't in greatest QB ever debate. Um, he would go on to say, and I quote, he doesn't get into the greatest conversation until he gets to another Super Bowl. End quote. So, Mr. Warner, again, Kurt's very respectable quarterback. He's won a championship before. He's been to a couple of Super Bowls. Who had Aaron Rodgers in the GOAT debate before?
What?
What? I think there's a
you don't
difference
remember
between
them Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning conversations, bud? You don't remember those?
Are we gonna act like
he was definitely in those
I
conversations?
might need a refresher.
Recency bias has fried y'all motherfucking brain, bro. Like Aaron Rodgers.
I think people forget how special Aaron Rodgers was.
Are we serious right now, TK?
Forget how
like
special
what
this nigga was, dog.
Are we serious right now? Like, yo, come on, man. We gotta stop.
Like
I'm saying,
if you don't have Aaron Rodgers in your GOAT discussion, then you don't watch football.
People think Patrick Mahomes is the greatest thing we ever seen. Aaron Rodgers was literally doing that before Patrick Mahomes was the baby,
bro.
Like he was already doing that.
Some of the craziest throws you ever seen, leading a team.
Hail Marys.
Come on,
how many
bro.
Hail Mary memories do we have of this man, bro? I remember like 5 Hail Marys that this nigga threw, and they were all caught for touchdowns, bro. Like
we gotta stop. We gotta stop this, bro.
But go ahead, continue your point, of course.
I'm just saying, like I get like the idea of him being like the greatest quarterback of all time. I think there's a difference between being the greatest quarterback of all time, being one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time. All right, Tom Brady.
That's fair.
Intangible wise, like I'm not taking Aaron Rodgers over him. All right, or wait, what the fuck am I talking about? Fucking heat against me. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers in terms of Tom Brady over talent. All right, in terms of what I want a quarterback to be from the ground up. All right, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers over Tom Brady. But if we're talking about GOATs, like if we're talking about who I want in the clutch more, yeah, it's gonna be Tom Brady. All right, so I think there's a difference between being in the GOAT conversation and being in the most talented quarterbacks conversation. All right, that's why
you just made an interesting point. I think when we talk about Aaron Rodgers and the GOAT discussion, I think we could liken Aaron Rodgers like a KD. You know how Brandon Miller and people start saying KD is my GOAT and not the traditional Braun, MJ, this and that. I think a lot of the younger guys coming up, they're gonna say Aaron is my GOAT, not Tom, not Peyton. It's Aaron because of the type of shit Aaron does on the fucking field. I've seen Aaron Rodgers throw for 48 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. We will not see that again. We will never see that again for a while. Like
wizardry, bro.
So yeah, you could talk about the rings, but if you don't add context to the type of shit that Aaron Rodgers had to go through in the playoffs, which again, we circle back to fucking Mike McCarthy setting Aaron Rodgers up for failure in the playoffs and shit like that. Defense is just disappearing in the playoffs when it comes to the Packers. It's like, I don't know. This is one of them conversations where I feel like it depends on what you value more when it comes to GOAT conversation. If you strictly talent, Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the most talented, if not the most talented quarterback to ever touch a football. But okay, if you want to talk accolades and shit, he might not be up there, but I don't know, man.
Valid point. Tolu?
Yeah, I agree with them. If you want to talk about legacy, then you currently run at the point. But if you want to talk about talent, Aaron Rodgers is the top 2 most talented quarterbacks ever. It's not even close. So honestly, I'm like 50-50 on it. He's not wrong in a sense, but like he's also like, I don't really agree with him on legacy. Obviously, 1 ring is kind of crazy, and he's had many opportunities to get back to the Super Bowl, and he's failed. So he's not wrong in a sense, but he's also not right. So I'm like 50-50 on it. So
I think this goes back to the rings debate that we had. It was like a couple months ago on this podcast. We talk about how much significance rings might have on a person's legacy, on a player's legacy. For someone like Aaron Rodgers, I think Bam made the perfect comparison with Aaron Rodgers being the KD of the NFL. Like there's a lot of like players that look up to him. Shoot, Aaron Rodgers was doing Patrick Mahomes things before, he was looking a little Mahomes before Mahomes was even in the league. So, I think that, yes, it is a little bit outrageous that he's only made one Super Bowl appearance. But to try and take away Aaron Rodgers' success outside of Super Bowl appearances or even Super Bowl rings, like this is still a two-time MVP. This is still a multiple-time All-Pro, multiple-time Pro Bowler.
Wait,
he
time
has,
out. That motherfucker only won 2 MVPs.
I believe, he might have three. I might have the
No,
number
he
Well,
definitely.
twisted.
Who?
Rodgers.
Hold
Yes,
on.
Yeah,
four.
Rodgers. Hold
I'm
on.
about to say,
Let me
I
let me look
know
this
he
up.
got
Put
more than 2
respect on his
He's
MVPs.
name.
a
He got
four. He's
4
a
or
four.
5.
He's a four-time most valuable player, bro. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
put some
Oh,
respect on
Four
his name.
four-time.
Four. He
time
got
for.
4 of them
He's
things,
a
baby.
five-time All-Pro, like four-time NFL passing rating leader. Man,
I was
what
about
are
to
we
say, I could
talking
have swore I
about,
remember
bro?
There
him
you go.
winning like 2 MVPs in a fucking row and on top of some more. Like,
He won, 2020
Well,
and
there you go.
2021. He won both of
Yep.
those.
I know it was at least two. I had the number right in front of me. So I
Four.
mean, there you go. I mean, there's still like Aaron Rodgers' legacy is already cemented. Like, this is still a first ballot Hall of Famer. No matter how many times we want to bring up like a Super Bowl appearance, like, it's still a first ballot Hall of Famer. No matter how you want to spin it. So for Kurt Warner to come out and say that, I mean, he's not wrong. Yeah, he's not wrong in talking about like how he hasn't made the Super Bowl appearances, but there's still going to be a lot of people that put him in that GOAT conversation, and like, who am I to try and tell them that they're wrong? Because I don't think they're necessarily wrong. This is the most talented quarterback of all time, in my opinion. Like,
man, ring culture has absolutely fucking ruined
It's
sports
ridiculous, bro.
discourse, man.
We can't even sit here and appreciate the greatness of players that we've seen. Like, we've seen what A-Rod can do in the clutch. We've seen what he does in those big moments. Like, he's had big moments where he's shown that he is him. Like, I don't get ring culture, man. Like, I get
that
it.
man,
It should hold some weight. Like, it should hold some weight. Like, okay, how many times were you able to get to that? But like, we've seen Super Bowl rings where Tom Brady, it was like a 13-10 game against the fucking Rams, where we're like, okay, and then this
The
dude
most
just,
boring Super Bowl I've ever
like,
seen
what
in
are
my
we talking
fucking
about?
life.
Like, that's
so
a
nuts.
true defensive game. That's a game where your defense won you that game. Your defense got you that, and like, Tom Brady gets the glory because he led the team down the field for a fucking field goal to win the game. Like, congrats, bro. But like,
If Aaron
let's stop this,
Rodgers,
bro.
if Aaron
Let's
Rodgers
stop
had
this.
those New England Patriots defenses in Green Bay, he'd have like 3, 4, 5, 6 rings. I'm not even
Bro,
joking.
if
He'd be
he
the GOAT right
had
now.
bro, if he had a Randy Moss during his prime, man,
That man
You
was
dude,
seen
throwing
what
Hail
happened the year
y'all
Marys
that
think
on
his defense
fourth
clutched
down.
up.
y'all think
His,
y'all if he had a Gronkowski in his prime, like, what are we doing, bro?
That
Like,
man had Jeff Janis catching
man,
these Hail
stop,
Marys,
bro. That man had
only
Ron.
to
That
Bro,
man
lose
he
to the
had
had,
Cardinals.
bro. I'm gonna just say
man,
this, and then I'm gonna make my point. This man had us thinking. What was the white boy that was that played
Jordy
for
Nelson.
Nelson.
Jordy
This man
Nelson.
Jordy
had us
fucking
That
thinking
was his
Nelson.
Jordy
go-to.
Nelson was elite.
Yep.
He had
Man,
us
stop,
thinking Jordan
bro.
Nelson was elite. Like, stop playing with Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Yeah.
James Jones has a job at Fox Sports because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Like,
We seen a Greg
Motherfucking
Jennings.
old ass Donald Driver was out there.
And look, and PC, every time you hear James Jones speak, he does nothing but praise Aaron Rodgers. He know what Aaron Rodgers did for him, bro.
For
Like, dog,
sure.
Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like, but let me get to my point so we can wrap this thing up. Honestly, bro, I love what everybody said. But like Mook said, 4 MVPs, numerous All Pros, I don't even know how many in the Pro Bowls he's made. I'm pretty sure he's probably been to every single Pro Bowl every single year of his career.
10-time. It says
10 times.
10-time
There you
Pro
go.
Bowler.
Thank you. And most importantly, bro, Bam kind of touched on it. It's not even just about the 48-5, bro. Bro, he was doing that consistently. His touchdown to interception ratio, PC, is like nothing we have ever seen. This dude was consistently throwing 40 plus touchdowns with like 3, 4, 5 interceptions, bro. Nobody, Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. You will never be able to change my mind on that. I don't think anybody can surpass him except possibly Patrick Mahomes. And I still think he needs to win at least 3 more Super Bowls. But Tom Brady was not doing the things that Aaron Rodgers was doing, bro. Like, dog, you talked about it, PC, the Hail Marys, bro. I remember numerous Hail Marys where I seen this nigga throw up prayers. And I'm thinking, how the fuck did this man manage to, bro, do y'all remember the one he threw? I can't remember the dude with the colored eyes. I can't remember his name, but he was a wide receiver. He threw the ball deep. It went past 5 wide receivers, and you see the ball literally like inches go over their hands, bro. And he put it right in the basket, bro. Of the like, dog. How the bro PC dog PC. I don't know if it's because you're a little younger than us, so you didn't really see Aaron Rodgers or what it is, but Aaron Rodgers at his best, bro. Nobody was touching him, bro. It wasn't even close, dog. Like the talent was just something like we had never seen. And he was consistently doing it, bro. Like even when he got up there in age, he was still doing it. Mook just said it. 2020, 2021? Like you almost 40 and you still winning back-to-back MVPs, brother? Like I understand you had 2 years where the year before it wasn't that good with Green Bay, and then last year you were injured. But dog, Aaron Rodgers has gifted us with some of the greatest quarterback play we have ever seen in our lives, bro. And here's another thing that I wanted to say, Mook and PC and Bam. Even if let's say he does to Kurt Warner, I think it was kind of ridiculous what he said because even if he does win another Super Bowl, bro, like let's be honest, are we really gonna say he's better than Tom Brady because he has 2 Super Bowls? No, like, let's just be honest here. No, he like so. Tom Brady is the GOAT, bro. I think we'd all agree with that. 7 rings is 7 rings. Mook, I agree with you. Like the rings don't is not the end all be all. But bro, this not only did he win 7 rings, but Tom Brady is the greatest winner we've ever seen, bro. Like it don't matter what the situation was, who he had out there, how like it don't matter. Tom Brady was winning, bro. That's why he is the greatest of all time. Because the 7 rings, and no matter what, he was Mr. Clutch and he was winning. I do wish we could have seen Aaron Rodgers win 1 or 2 more rings. I think he would have definitely at least been in that conversation with Tom Brady.
I'm gonna keep it a
I
stack with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, and it's probably
Go
gonna be
ahead.
controversial. If Aaron Rodgers win even 2 more rings, he's better than Tom Brady to me. I don't give a fuck about 7 rings. Type of shit that I've seen Aaron Rodgers do with less than Tom Brady. If he even win 2 more rings, he's better
I
than
think that's
better
that
than Tom
crazy.
Brady to me.
I don't think that's that
Oh
crazy.
man, I don't know if I can
Three
go
three
that
wing
far,
three
bro.
three rings
That
with
is
bullshit teams.
controversial to say the least.
Three
I
I
don't
think
rings
it's that
know,
crazy.
bro.
with
That's
bullshit teams.
crazy.
If he won a ring for the Jets,
Okay, yeah, if he win a ring for the Jets, that's different
I
territory.
might
But he
have to
might
put him
If he
up
have,
even
there.
yeah.
comes out of the AFC this year, then we're gonna
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah.
I don't see him winning a ring in his AFC,
Bro.
but
Yeah, he's
I'm
But
just
not.
yeah,
saying
man, it's
if
like
he win
I get
if
what
he
you're
win
saying.
three rings
I
on the
don't
Packers
disagree.
teams, bro. He win three
Bro,
rings on the Packers team. He's greater than Tom Brady to me.
A-Rod got over 11 seasons of throwing for like 20 or more touchdowns and under double-digit interceptions.
bruh, like
I'll
what
even
are
throw
we
another
doing?
stat out
Like,
Are
there.
we for real, bro?
I'll even throw another stat
and
out there.
and
He
honestly,
holds the
and Mook, I don't know if y'all would agree with this take, bro. If there was no Tom Brady in the NFL right now, I
No, he
think
would be
Aaron
he would be
Rodgers
the GOAT.
he would definitely be the
yeah
GOAT, bro.
He would be the
And
GOAT.
I don't care
yeah.
that, and like Bam said, Bam, I agree with you. I don't like, for instance, I don't give a fuck about Joe Montana's 4 or 5 Super Bowl rings. I don't care
I
about
ain't
none of
seen
that,
none of
bro.
that shit.
I
I
don't
don't
care.
care
I
about
didn't
that
see
shit.
none of that shit, bro.
Fuck.
What I saw was Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. I thought Peyton Manning is one of my goats. Y'all know
Peyton.
how much I love Peyton. I'm throwing
Peyton.
Peyton Manning in the GOAT conversation. It's Tom Brady, and then you can have Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning or whoever else you want on this list. But the bottom line is, Aaron Rodgers is definitely in that conversation, bro. You cannot have greatest of all time conversation and not mention Aaron Rodgers, bro. even
Kurt
with the one
Warner,
Super Bowl
man.
ring.
Kurt Warner, man. If you don't get the fuck on somewhere, bro, like let's be for real, bro.
The
Brother.
all-time records for like all-time record for passes without interception is held by Aaron Rodgers, with 402 consecutive passes without interception, which is another accolade you can add to Aaron Rodgers' career. Something that Kurt Warner never even got close to.
How are we talking? Like Kurt Warner, he did have the great. What was it? 99 when he was with the Rams. He had like 40 interceptions and like 13. He had like an A-Rod kind of year, you know. He
Yeah, the
had a
Jimmy
great
Garoppolo.
year. Oh,
But you say he had 40 interceptions and 13 touchdowns?
no,
nigga.
He had a
Oh,
40 touchdown
four-
and interception.
yeah.
13.
boy, I
See,
was
this
about to
nigga
How
hitting
they
the
would have
blunt.
won the Super
This
Bowl.
nigga
He
hitting
would
the
have threw.
blunt.
Hey, look,
would have
Yeah,
won
he
the
threw
Super Bowl.
41
I seen
interceptions.
Kyle
They were not
Shanahan
even.
get to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo, who threw 13 passes in the playoffs. I mean, if you
That's
got a good
fair.
coach, bro, it can definitely happen.
That's
With
fair.
13 touchdowns and 40 picks, though.
Nah, that's why I'm like, what? 40 picks is insane. Nigga,
Nah.
you shouldn't even have a job, nigga.
He did have okay. Well, let me look this up because yeah,
They
and then
would have dragged Kurt
2002,
Warner
It
off the
was
field.
41.
They would have dragged
2002,
Kurt Warner out the stadium. He would have had that
2002, he
setup.
did have a Jimmy G type of year. He had 3 touchdowns and 11 picks. You should not be speaking on none of the GOAT debate, brother. 2000, you had 21 touchdowns and 18 picks, brother. You were seeing damn near 2020. What are you seeing? What are you talking about? Don't you ever sit here and talk? And I'm not even a big A-Rod like Stan or any of that shit. Like I'm like TK. My personal favorite of all time is Peyton Manning. I love Peyton Manning. He's my GOAT. I watched him in Indy. I watched him in Denver. Dude is a GOAT. He's what I see when I be like, okay, that is talent. That is like a quarterback leading this team. That's the guy. But we are not about to sit here and listen to fucking Kurt Warner slander of Aaron Rodgers when the dude went consecutive seasons damn near of throwing over 30 touchdowns and single-digit interceptions. And you sitting here damn near getting Jameis Winston numbers and going to sit here and try to think that your damn opinion matters. Brother, we don't give a damn about what you're talking about. We've seen this with our own eyes. Aaron Rodgers is a top 2 talented quarterback of all time. I think Lamar is gaining some traction there. I think he's just so versatile, so unique. That's the guy. You got Mahomes. There's not too many quarterbacks in a conversation with, or not too many players in the game that are up there with Aaron Rodgers in terms of IQ, in terms of talent, pound per pound. Like there is not a lot of players that can stack up their resume, stack up their talent, stack up all that to Aaron Rodgers. You sit there acting like he has no claim to the GOAT debate off of rings is insane to me, bro. Like Randy ain't winning no damn ring, but are we gonna say is Randy not one of the best players to ever play in the NFL? You damn right he is. So let's stop with the GOAT. Let's stop with the ring talk when we're talking about talent. When we talk about accolades, we get it. Okay, rings matter, but we're not going to discount a player's success. We're not going to discount Terrell Owens in the league because he didn't get a ring. No, he is one of the best players to ever play the game. We understand that. We see that. Like, he just couldn't get it done at a certain time. Are we going to act like Larry Fitzgerald, not one of the best players to play the game, just because, oh, he didn't win a ring? Nigga, he was playing for the Cardinals. And if I recall, you were his. Okay, so let's stop with this, bro. Like, let's stop, bro. Like, let's
Funny you
stop.
mentioned him. Funny you
Like,
mentioned
let's
him.
stop.
He got
And-
bailed out by Larry. He got bailed
Like,
out by Larry Fitzgerald
Come on,
in that
bro.
2008 wild
And I
card
want to
game
say
against
And
Aaron
I want to say
Rodgers.
one more thing. And I want to say one more thing about the greatness of Aaron Rodgers, bro. I think the greatest like accolade that he ever has, and you're not gonna see it on paper, and you can't make stats for it or anything. Is Aaron Rodgers' ball placement, bro? Whether it was a pass on a sideline, no. Listen, whether it was a pass on a sideline, whether it was a pass down the middle, whether it was a pass, it don't matter, bro. Aaron Rodgers' ball placement was insane, bro. He would no matter you could be double guarded, triple team, it don't matter. Like his ability to hit the basket, bro, every time with his throws was just insane, bro. And it's like Literally, even to this day, I've never seen a quarterback just able to put the ball in a basket like he does, bro. Like I'm just thinking of this one play where I saw where dude was literally damn near crouching on the sideline, about to go out of bounds. And this
James
man,
Jones.
Aaron
I
Rodgers,
remember. I
yes,
know it's
I think it
exactly
was
what you're
PC
talking
Is that the
about.
in the
Cowboys?
playoffs
Is that the
through
Yep.
the
Cowboys he's
Yep.
playing?
yes,
Yep.
through
Yep.
the most prettiest sideline pass, bro,
That's one of
that
the
I've
best throws
ever
I ever seen,
seen in
bro.
my life. Like,
Ridiculous.
bro,
Insane.
bro,
He
Aaron
did it
Rodgers is this
twice.
different, dog.
He did it
Yeah,
twice. He
that
did
was
it
clutch.
twice.
That was
Yes,
clutch,
It's
bro.
insane.
yes.
That's like one of the first times I was like, okay, this man's really special. Like I can go hold you.
That
Like,
And
throw
Mook,
is
and
the
you and
best
Mook
throw
and
I've
Bam,
ever seen
you
in
know
my
what I
life.
think it is, bro? Why we're even having this conversation is because it's not because of Aaron Rodgers' play. It's because of his antics.
no,
A lot of
literally,
people don't like him.
literally,
Like he does really stupid shit. I'll admit, but I don't give a
it's
fuck what you
him.
do. As long as you go out there Sunday and you put on a show for me when I'm watching, bro. Aaron Rodgers has
Literally,
done that every single game I've watched. So that's all
like
it is, though. He just got haters, bro. People just want to
that's exactly what it
throw
is.
dirt on his name.
I'm glad you spoke on it. Like people hate on him more than they hate on fucking Brett Favre for sitting here and building up schools and building up a tennis program, taking money to go ahead and do volleyball in the fucking Mississippi, taking money from the poor folks of Mississippi, but they gonna hate on Aaron Rodgers because
Does he
oh
do
he's
he do
he
ayahuasca? Like, man,
like what the fuck he do what he do. Like I don't care. Does that nigga not come on the field and produce? He does, bro. His last season in Green Bay was like his first season in like 8 years throwing double digit picks. He hadn't done that shit since like '05, bro. Why are we sitting here acting like A-Rod ain't like
His
that?
wide receiver one for half that season was Romeo Dobbs.
Man, stop
Schwarzer
this,
didn't even
bro.
pop up until second half of the season.
Bro, like, come on, bro. Like, we gotta stop this, man. We gotta stop minimizing greatness just because we don't like the way a person do things. Like, we gotta stop this, bro.
or
And I'm not
minimizing
saying we,
greatness
bro.
because of a ring. Like, you gonna tell me I didn't see what I see on my own eyes because he don't got
Yeah,
a ring? Like,
he don't got a ring. He's not good enough because he didn't get a ring. If Josh Allen never won a ring, then we gotta act like this motherfucker won't cold as hell. And we then now people are just now starting to appreciate Matthew Stafford's greatness because he got a ring. We saw what he was doing in Detroit. We saw how he was cooking, and he didn't have like he was on a shitty ass franchise. They did not want to really truly invest. They said you're going to sell tickets with Megatron and you will like it. And you're not going to get anything else to be able to supplement the fact that your team is shitty as hell. We're going to ship you to LA because we don't believe in you that you're our QB1. This motherfucker said, "Okay, bet. I'm going to go win a championship. Now do you respect me?" Like what is up with the ring shit, bro? It just don't make no sense for somebody
And
to
Mook, you
be
know what's
taken
crazy?
seriously with that.
And Mook, you know what's crazy, bro? And then PC, we can move on. People act like, okay, yeah, he only won one Super Bowl ring. But dog, how many times did this motherfucker take the Packers back to the NFC Championship?
Bro,
Damn
come
near
on,
every
bro.
single year he was
Come
there.
on,
So it's
bro.
not like he went to one Super Bowl and then never got close. He was
Literally.
right there.
Yeah.
Every single, like damn near every year. Like, bro, I hate when people try to shit on Aaron Rodgers, bro. It just
Yeah.
drives me crazy. Because, like, Mook, I'm not the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan, but when you try to shit on Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to stand up for him
Like,
because
come on,
that's
bro.
one of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen in my
You
life.
clearly don't know ball if you're just shitting on this dude, acting like he's not one of the most talented players to ever play the game. Like he clearly is. Like that doesn't even make sense to me. Talking about rings in a team sport, acting like this motherfucker play on defense, kick return. He the coach. He running the ball. Like he got to go up and catch the ball. I mean, what more can a dude do, man? Like, damn,
Bro,
bro.
you
He's just
said kick
himself.
return, and I remember the year where did his punter like fumble the snap when it was down like they only needed 3 points, or they were I don't
It was
remember what
against the
it was
happened.
last year
49ers,
or the
and they
year
were
Yeah,
before
the
just
last.
rookie.
49ers in the snow game, wasn't it?
Yes.
I
Hmm
think
Yep.
it
I
was. And what
remember
happened,
vividly.
PC? Can you refresh
I,
my
I
memory, bro?
remember. I remember
It was
going
the
in
year
there.
before
It's
last.
like
Goddamn shame,
it
bro.
was the year before last, and I was like,
Goddamn
all
shame.
right, why are we blaming Aaron Rodgers for special teams mishaps? All right, in the snow, a
Come
game
on,
that
bro.
the Packers had advantage, because they were telling a West Coast team in the 49ers. They had the advantage.
In
All
the
right, and they
snow of Green Bay.
Lambeau Field, the
Oh
frozen
my
tundra,
God,
like that.
bro.
That should be easy pickings.
Yeah.
Alas. All right.